Hello guys, and welcome to the farewell video for Indy Mogul. This is fan-made farewell video. First of all, before going into the actual video, I want to thank every single one of you guys who sent their video messages. Thank you all for sending them. I hope you liked the video. I cried hearing all your speeches, and hope you like it. So here we go.
Indy Mogul.
Want to get better at short film exposition?
Tutorial videos for low-budget indie filmmakers. I start by tracing 4 circles. Let's find out if it works. Red Scarlet, which also shoots 5K video. Many filmmakers may not have all of the ideal professional gear that you might want. Tricks for faking it.
Indy Mogul.
My name is Mason Morgan, or otherwise known as Malcolm of the Marvelous M Show. And I just wanted to send this video to you guys before it's over. Good Lord, where do I start? Well, personally, I feel like I've lost a very close friend. I mean, Indy Mogul has been a huge part of our channel, the Marvelous M channel. Even though we've never collaborated up front, we've used some of your tips on some of our special effects. And one of our videos, The Future is Wild, really impressed Justin Johnson and Eric Beck. And as soon as I found out what Backyard Effects was, I just got hooked to it. My first tutorial I've seen was the Necronomicon tutorial on Backyard Effects. And when I found out Backyard Effects was ending, I'm sitting there like, oh good lord. Well, at least Indy Mogul's still going to be up. I mean, they have to upload something. And now that they're not uploading anymore, I don't know what's going to happen. And I just want to say that Indy Mogul is not just the tutorials for special effects. It's also the first community network from YouTube. And not only that, it was like one of the key helpers in many movie makers and the starter points of many movie makers that are on television now, like, well, Justin, Eric, Bobby Miller. And if y'all lived in the Spokane Valley city in Washington, I was working in This Week in High School Sports on Fox 28. And, with some of the camera angles I got from you guys, like the dual shot, the dolly, stabilizer, all the stuff like that, camera rigs. They were really impressed with that. And I was sitting there thinking, where'd you get all these? Indy Mogul. Indy Mogul is where I got them. The point of this video is that you're not just any YouTube channel. You literally have no equal. No equal on the site. No equal on the internet. No equal in Earth. And no equal in existence. One of my dreams was to star on Indy Mogul, but that's not going to happen. But at least I got to know what you guys were all about. And, yeah. I just wanted to say some stuff before it's too late. And I hope y'all move on to bigger and better things. And all of us in the Marvelous M group, all of us all over the world that watch YouTube, will really miss you. Over and out.
So, Indy Mogul, thanks for producing videos for us, and thanks for keeping us updated. And as hard as it took me to get over to the fact that Backyard Effects was going, it's harder to see you guys actually go. But I guess this is it. So, you guys, I don't know what's gonna happen to you guys, but you guys, good luck. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Matthew Simons. I'm a 15-year-old and I really enjoy doing my web show I do, and I've learned a lot of filmmaking tips and skills from the show Indy Mogul, and I just heard that it's now that it's being ended. They're doing the last show on Monday, and I've really enjoyed that show. It's taught me a lot about filmmaking, lighting, recording, audio, and yeah, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's really helped me make my show come a long way from all my lighting and whatnot. And I'm actually really sad to see it go.
So, as you're wondering, why do I do this web show? Well, a lot of the time.
Chapter 2. This is how my video could have looked if I didn't learn a lot of filmmaking tips from Indy Mogul. For more than a year now, every Monday I've been looking forward to watching indie news. I've really enjoyed watching it. It's been great tips, great show. And I hope that Griffin will keep on making videos on his own channel about filmmaking tips, because it's really helped me and probably a lot of other people with their productions. Watching Indy Mogul, I learned a lot about lighting for my studio here, which I run. Yesterday when I saw the Indy Mogul video where they said they will be no longer making videos, I was really sad. Indy Mogul, the show, I've just been watching it for quite a while now, and I've learned so much from it, and it's just, I was hoping that they would go on and on, but most good things usually come to an end, which is really sad about Indy Mogul, because it was a really, really good filmmaking show.
Indy Mogul was like the whole reason that I got into filmmaking, essentially. I started watching when they were doing Backyard Effects, which is a show, if you're not familiar with it, where you can make, they teach you how to make really, really awesome, professional-looking props for very cheap, using supplies that you maybe just have lying around, or you can pick up for, not a lot of money at all. And that's basically where I got started. I'm not the prop building kind of guy, I don't like to do stuff with my hand. I'm not good with tools. I don't know if the look kind of gives it away. I'm more of a computer guy. And so they don't really do, at least from my experience, they didn't do a lot of like visual effects type of stuff. So I didn't watch religiously for the longest period of time. But then they kind of revamped Indy Mogul, and they did Indie News, which is really awesome, which is, helped you learn about all these new projects and this new gear and just tons of cool stuff. And that really helped me out a lot, especially when they would review products or like do little tips and advice about, getting clean audio, just little tips and tricks that really help indie filmmakers really make good things with the things that they have, because you don't need the best equipment to make something great. You just have to know how to use what you have to its fullest potential, and then that's what'll make or break your project. So I don't know. I'm very upset with it, because it wasn't necessarily their decision. From my understanding, Indy Mogul was sold to YouTube, and they didn't put any funding in it whatsoever, and they just decided that it's going to shut down without any warning, and so that's kind of sad. And I'll tell you the reason why this hits home for me the most, because I love Indy Mogul, it's great, but I started a company earlier this year called NerdSync Productions, and it's basically kind of a channel that I really want to kick off. I'm trying to invest everything I have into it. We have comic book shows, video game shows, just everything that I can possibly think of. I want to make a show for that, and we've had many people come up with ideas for shows that we haven't done, and we've tried doing different shows that just didn't work out. And one of those shows was kind of like an effects and prop tutorial type thing, and we just didn't have the time for it anymore, so we couldn't invest everything that we wanted to. It was either continue doing the show at a quality that I wouldn't really be happy with, or just stop the show and people might get upset. People did kind of get upset a little bit, but it's a decision that you have to make, and it's not an easy one. But at some point, I think you have to really just take a look at it and say, all right, is there an audience for this? And can I still put everything I am into it without sacrificing anything else that I'm working on? So, like, if we were able to do Behind the Frame, which was our effects show, I don't know if I said that already. If we were able to do Behind the Frame full-time and nothing else, that would probably be enough time for me to get it to the quality that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, so we had to shut it down. But it does make me sad to think about someday NerdSync will maybe have to end, and I don't want that, you know what I mean? I don't want to end the thing that I've put so much of my time into over this past year, and that's, I don't know, that really, it's not an easy thing to think about.
I want to know how to do a squib. For those of you that don't know what squibs are, whenever you watch a movie and you see someone get shot and the blood splurts out, that's a squib, and it's usually achieved by having a blood pack taped to a small metal sheet and detonated by a small explosive. And obviously, you've seen the quality of the videos that we do. That's inviting lawsuit and personal injury, and potentially jail time. So the traditional squib was out of the question for me. So I was looking for an alternative, another way to do squibs. And this was the best one that I found, was on this Google search that came up with backyard effects. And I watched the episode, and I was enthralled with what I saw. Backyard effects and Indy Mogul is what actually got me into YouTube. I'd never really messed with YouTube before I saw that video. So I subscribed, I signed up, I created an account on YouTube just so I could subscribe to that channel. And that was the only channel that I was subscribed to for a very long time. So why does all that matter? Well, for me, Indy Mogul has informed a lot of the decisions I've made as a filmmaker, as a videographer, just as a YouTuber. Small little things that I never would have thought of. Indy Mogul, through one video or another, has just completely changed the way I even think about making videos. I had almost completely given up on making videos. I'd done it as a hobby for a long time, and my aspirations were exceeding what I was able to do, and I just about had my fill of it. Just constant discouragement. And I started to watch Indy Mogul, and they really opened my eyes to an entirely different way to approach the stuff that I was doing. And in fact, it changed the stuff that I was doing, because I realized that there were possibilities that I'd never even considered, and it just opened up this entirely new chain of thought as far as the type of videos that I could be making. A lot of the ways that Indy Mogul has helped me has been a lot of the behind the camera stuff, not necessarily the special effects. Sound quality has always been a problem for me, and I had tried to find microphones compatible with the cameras that I had, and I could never do that. So the sound quality was always in camera. Always had like this hissing noise, and it was really, really bad. And then one day, Eric Beck is doing a remote shoot, and he says that you can use your smartphone to record audio, and it just completely changed the way the sound quality of my videos were. It wasn't great, but it was a really big step up. And as a matter of fact, this is the first video I've ever made with a Tascam and a boom mic. So the sound quality might be a little wonky, but I'm just not used to it yet. And I got both of those things based on Griffin and Russell's recommendations during the live stream. I could do a lot of people on YouTube do. I could create a video where I'm ranting and raving about how the powers that be got it wrong when they shut down Indy Mogul, and yell and scream and throw out a bunch of bleeped words. Or I could make a video talking about the effect that Indy Mogul's had on me, which I cannot overstate. My videos are not going to be nominated for any awards anytime soon, but the quality of the videos that I do now are head and shoulders over what I used to do before I found Indy Mogul. Terrible sound, terrible lighting, badly framed shots. And it was just a bunch of little things like that Indy Mogul and all the people that were involved with it broke down over the years. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. I just want to say, Griffin, Russell, you guys have done just a fantastic job. And before you, Zach and Steve with 4 Minute Film School, Bobby with the best short films in the world, and of course Eric and Justin, who started it all. You guys have really changed the way that I personally have looked at doing videos, and I can't express how grateful I am that you have done that. I'm really sad to see the channel being shut down. So I guess that's all I really have to say. Good job, guys. I'm looking forward to checking out Griffin's documentary, and I'm especially looking forward to seeing what happens with Angel in the City. So, thanks for watching, and goodbye.
They've done so many videos about basically everything filmmaking, how to do stuff. So that really sucks, but I guess that at some point, either they would have to leave on their own terms or something, but kind of sucks that happens out of the blue. I mean, they were working on some projects and stuff, and just relaunched the channel with new stuff. So I don't know. I hate seeing people put a bunch of work into something and then just out of the blue get canceled. So yeah.
Hey guys, Salvador here. As Griffin said in his farewell video on the Indy Mogul channel, the day he made it official, this is a very difficult video to write. So instead of writing it, I decided I would just say everything that's on my mind. So here it goes. First of all, thank you. That's it, thank you. Let me tell you a little story. Little over 5 years ago, I decided I should study a filmmaking career or something like that. And I started researching, and I realized it was expensive as hell. And I was the kind of guy that I just wanted the equipment and learn how to do it, but I didn't mind the cost, and I did not have the money for half of one equipment. I could not afford any equipment. So yeah, then I found backyard effects. I needed to do a video for school, and I'm sorry that the camera's shaking, and I simply stumbled across backyard effects episode about a green screen, and I created my green screen, and it worked. It simply worked for me. It was awesome. So then I subscribed to Indy Mogul and started watching backyard effects and all the other shows. I started digging into the history of backyard of Indy Mogul, and I met awesome hosts and awesome shows like 4 Minute Film School or That Real Good Show. I know. Then Zach came in, and I gotta admit I did not like Zach at the beginning, but I gave him a chance, and yeah, he convinced me. He did some great builds and all, and Zach even the crowbar. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, and then there was a change, a huge change in Indy Mogul. Backyard Effects was over, and you came in, Griffin. Griffin took over, and I gotta say, Griffin, and I'm sorry for this, but I did not like you at all at the beginning. I did not like the new format, and I unsubscribed. I know I shouldn't have done it, but then a month later I was doing a short film, and I needed some advice, and I remember to have seen some of the videos I needed advice from, and I tuned in, found that video, and saw while I was looking for the video, I saw many videos from you, Griffin, some, and from Russell too, and I watched them and learned so many things, and I really got the hang of Indy Mogul again. So yeah, thank you Griffin, thank you Russell for great shows, thank you Eric, thank you Justin for awesome shows and the awesome idea of creating Indy Mogul. I can say it today, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have quit as a filmmaker and probably studied something different. I don't know, like, I would be an accountant today, maybe. Who knows? If it weren't for you guys, this little dream where I'm standing wouldn't be possible. And that's why I want to welcome you. I'm sorry, yeah, I'm from Mexico City. English is not my first language. I want to introduce you to my office. This is my own personal office. Here is where all my stuff comes through. I also have a little studio, and yeah, I'm not using my best camera right here. I'm using a Bloggy, literally. And I know you taught me a lot about light, and yeah, I'm not using that knowledge right now because I don't have my lights here. All I have is the light from the street, and well, the light from the ceiling, but there is no light right now. So yeah, that works well. So yeah, welcome to Red Moon Productions, Mexico. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Check it out, check it out, check it out. If anyone from you is from Mexico, there's a link down below on where to find us on Facebook. But yeah, and I can say proudly that I am now in pre-production of my feature-length film. An indie feature-length film with no budget at all. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it, and that's what I've learned from you guys. And yeah, I learned not to give up from you guys. I learned not to take anything for granted, and that money is not the problem. You can have next to no money and do awesome things. Thank you for that, guys. I learned almost everything I needed to learn, and I will keep on learning. And yeah, thank you guys. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all, and I wish you the greatest future, Griffin and Ross. Just like Eric and Justin had an awesome future after Indy Mogul, and they've made commercials and they've made a lot of things. And Eric, congrats on the Epics DIY show, though it's been on for a while now, but it's awesome. I love it. So is for you guys. Thank you, Griffin. Thank you, Russell. I know you're on to a great, awesome future. I know you are on the lead, Griffin, for maybe some awards with your Sriracha documentary, which is, of course, an awesome documentary. I've already watched it. So yeah, congratulations, guys, on all the success you've achieved through Indy Mogul, and most importantly, good luck. I know you can make it. Don't let the Indy Mogul community down. And last but not least, to all the Indy Mogul community, thank you for 6 years, I think. I don't know how much time the channel's been up, but I've tuned in for about 6 years. So thank you for 6 years of awesome tips in the comment sections, awesome chats with some of you which I've known for some time, awesome comments, awesome feedback on some of the things I've seen. And most importantly, don't let the legacy of Indy Mogul die. I know I won't. I'll be applying their techniques in my upcoming films, short films or feature films. So if you guys are up to something, make it awesome, make it Indy Mogul. I guess it's the last time I get to say this. Thank you, Indy Mogul. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Griffin here. I just want to say thank you for all these incredible messages that we've received. Video messages, voicemails, tweets, Facebook messages. From all directions, we've just been bombarded with beautiful things that you guys have said about Indy Mogul. I know it's been a really important channel for you, and it's been a really important channel for me. I feel like I've learned so much. It's been just such a positive impact on my life, as I know from your messages it has been for you. So thank you for watching these many, many years on Indy Mogul, and let's all go out and make some awesome stuff. Keep that legacy alive.